Hello, greetings, and welcome to Dividend Blasters. This is our 22nd video. The topic today, never forget the rule of 72. It's the greatest weapon we have in investing. So the rule of 72 is specifically related to compound interest. Given a particular interest rate or a rate of return, you can project the time horizon for doubling your investment. Here's the formula. 72 divided by the rate of return is the number of years to double your investment. The rule was discovered by an Italian mathematician, Bartolomeo de Pacioli, who lived between 1446 and 1517. This rule has key applicability to compound interest and dividend growth investing, something near and dear to our hearts. Einstein called compound interest the greatest mathematical discovery of all time. He called it the eighth wonder of the world. It works for you and against you. And you know what? We know that. We've talked about the dividend snowball. That works for you. We also talked about debt reduction, debt elimination, high interest debt, and how that can work against you. He was right on target. A quick disclaimer, I am not your financial advisor. The purpose of this video is for information and education. It reflects my own personal opinions. So please do your own research and consult a financial advisor prior to making financial decisions. Now, having said that, I've been an independent investor for 30 years, a little more actually, and I've invested in stocks, ETFs, real estate, precious metals, physical gold and silver, and cryptocurrencies. However, I do not make a major investment decision until I pick up the phone and speak to my licensed professional financial advisor to get their advice, and then I make the decision. I urge you to do the same. Now, this video today is a little different. I'm not going to be talking about any specific stocks or ETFs. Not going to do it. Nope. What I'm going to do is talk about the rule of 72, and the intention here is to provide context and insight so that when you are evaluating a dividend growth investment or dividend yield investment or an investment, you will take this rule into context. So it'll help inform your decision. Let's move on. All right. So the rule of 72, I have a couple of tables here, 4 tables that illustrate differing rates of return and when you can expect doubling of your investment. So really it's a table for each rate of return. So if you see the far left, you'll see a 10% rate of return, then moving to the right, 7.5%, 5%, 2.5%. And what you see is a doubling. Really, I'm going to call it a schedule, okay? But it's really not, in real life, it's not a schedule because we don't know what these rates of returns are going to be. We're basing these on historical data. So, you recall that when we talk about investments, I'll go into Seeking Alpha and I'll look at, for instance, the price appreciation of an investment over the last year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and I will also look at the dividend yield and the cagr for the last several years. Well, those things are all part of the rate of return. Okay, those all go into the total return for an investment. So, we're using history and historical data as our best guide to estimate and project what the future is going to be. Not a predictor, no way to do that, but an estimate, if you will. So if we have a sense that an investment is going to return 10%, we can project that every 7.2 years, our investment will double. It'll double through price appreciation and dividends. And another 7.2 years, it'll double again. So at year 14.4, it'll go from 20,000 to 40,000. And year 21.6, it'll go to 80,000. Moving to the right, 7.5%. Well, it's going to go a little slower. It'll happen every 9.6 years. Moving to the right again, we look at 5%. Well, that's going to slow it down a little bit more. It's going to be every 14.4 years. So that stands to reason. 5% is twice as slow as 10%. So instead of 7.2 years in the first example, it's going to be 14.4 years. So, and then move to the right, 2.5% is half that. So instead of 14.4 years in the 5% example, it's going to be 28.8 years for doubling. So that's real slow, folks. So what does this tell you? You want to get the best return you can get in your investment. We all want that. This, I think, is a good example, a good rule, if you will, to look at. And, it's just kind of like a back of the cocktail napkin calculation that I use and that I like to look at. Now, one other thing that I did on the next slide to kind of bring it home is to basically do a calculation. How long would it take to get to $2 million? So 10% rate of return, doubling every 7.2 years, that's going to be 56 years. Okay. Now, you know what? We're not even looking at adding more, more to the investment other than the compounding and the dividends. We're not adding, more money or more investment every month or every year. It's not that. It's just the $10,000 growing and growing and growing. So it'll take 56 years at 10%. At 7.5%, 73 years. At 5%, well, shoot, that's over 100 years. And forget 2.5%. But folks, you get the point. This is everything. A percent here, a percent there. It's massive. It's the world. It's everything. You need to look really close at your investments and the type of return you're going to get out of them and the type of return you are getting out of them. There's no sin in selling out of an investment that is not returning well and going for a better return. We as dividend investors like to hold on to these things forever and give them a chance for the snowball to take effect. And that's fine. But that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about if all of a sudden you see, your rate of return going down precipitously, maybe it's time to look for another investment. But we do know that if you hold and you build that snowball over time, and it takes time in the beginning, but over time, it's going to take off. And that's where that compounding interest is a thing of beauty, and it works in your favor. And that is all that I have. Key takeaways here: get the total highest return you can get. As I said, the difference between a percentage point is everything. Look at that dividend yield. Look at that dividend growth rate. Look at the dividend growth streak. We've talked about that. Has your investment been paying growing dividends for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? And is the dividend yield significant? Okay, you want to look at all those things. You want to look at a nice yield. You want to look at a nice growth rate. You want to look at a nice history around growing dividends. And is it appreciating? You want all those things. And folks, that's it. I would ask, if you liked the video, give us a like, smash that button, and smash that subscribe button, and subscribe to our channel. And you'll see more videos like this. And share the video with a friend or a family member if you think they'll benefit from it. Have a wonderful day and God bless.